Hi students, in this module you will be learning about the international food regulation and the national food regulation. At the end of learning this module, you will be well versed with the aspects of Codex Alimentarius, with the International Standards Organization and with the food regulations in different countries, mainly how it is done in USA, it is done in UK, how the food regulation happens in Canada and all other countries. I will be also discussing with you about the food safety and the Standard Act of 2006 in India, which is under the authority of the food safety, referred to commonly as the FSSAI. I am sure you all have heard about the FSSAI as well as seen about the label of FSSAI in the food products. At the end of this module, you will be learning about the food safety guidelines as it is described in internationally accepted standards as prescribed by the Codex Alimentarius, and to understand the various standards that are universally adopted as prescribed by the International Organization for Standards, what every one of you may be familiar as the ISO, to learn about the food legislation in different countries and India. Safety of the food and the water refers to all the hazards that arise from improper agricultural practices, lack of hygiene at all steps in the food chain, defective control in food processing operation, and intended and unintended contaminants. In spite of food control system in place in many countries, morbidity due to consumption of contaminated food continues to haunt. Therefore, there is definitely a need for food quality control. The food passes through several food handlers and middlemen, increasing the risk of exposing foods to unhygienic environments, contamination and adulteration. This figure shows you the stamp of a quality control stamped by a facility. Therefore, there is a tremendous challenge to the food control authority in every nation. Multiplicities of the food laws, the elimination and the enforcement, standards setting agencies pervading different sectors of food, resulting in a confusion in the mind of the consumers, traders, manufacturers. In this context, therefore, many countries have now undergone for a comprehensive review of the food legislation as well as the structures that are responsible for administering the food safety and the quality, and to guide the nations on the export-import issues, and the trend is towards one law, one apex regulator. The World Health Organization (WHO) and the Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) have put forth the 5 key principles of food hygiene. They are prevention of cross-contamination of food with pathogens spreading from people, pests and pets. Then separation of the raw and the cooked foods to prevent contamination of cooked food. Cooked foods for the appropriate length of time and at appropriate temperature to kill the pathogens. Storage of food at proper temperature. Lastly, the most important, use of safe water and the use of raw material that are free from contamination. FAO and WHO, they provide scientific advice on many aspects of food quality, safety and nutrition relevant to the work of Codex Alimentarius Commission. The primary mission of the Codex Alimentarius is to ensure safety, good food for everyone and everywhere. Now, what is this Codex Alimentarius? Codex Alimentarius is involved in setting up of international food standards, the guidelines, codes of practice to contribute to the safety, quality and fairness in international food trade. Consumers can trust the safety and the quality of the food products they buy. Importers can trust that the food they ordered will be in accordance with their specifications. The applications of the Codex recommendations are voluntarily adopted by the member committees or the countries. Codex standards serve in many cases as a basis for national legislation. Codex members cover 99% of the world's population. More and more developing countries are taking an active part in the Codex procedures as well as in the Codex processes and the risk assessments. The scientific basis of the Codex work is the functions of the 3 FAO WHO expert committee, that is the joint FAO WHO expert committee on food additives called as JECFA, the joint FAO WHO meeting on pesticide residues known as JMPR, and the joint FAO WHO expert committee on microbiological risk assessment known as GEMRA, and other scientific advice provided by FAO WHO. The risk analysis is fundamental to the scientific basis of the Codex Food Safety Standards. That also provides information on how the countries can request, access and contribute data to this process of risk assessment and preparation of the standards. It is due to the scientific basis that Codex texts are considered by WTO as an international reference manual for food safety standard. The International Organization for Standardization, or what is popularly known as ISO. Many of you would have seen this label on food products and other packaging material. For getting an ISO certification, the facility must have the GMP procedures or the good manufacturing processes, which includes employee training, ingredient specification, the prerequisite programs under the HACCP, letters of guarantee, practices to identify and record sources of physical hazards, monitor and document the control procedures, the identification of the critical control points or the CCPs in the HACCP plan, and lastly the important steps in the processing and the packaging. This figure shows you the HACCP stamp which may be present on some of the products. The ISO 22000 international standard specifies the requirements of a food safety management system that involves the following elements. Most important is the interactive communication. The next is the system management. Lastly, it is the prerequisite programs. The most effective for food system safety managements are established properly in a facility, operated, implemented and updated within the framework of a structured management system, and they have to be incorporated in the overall management activities of the organization. This provides maximum benefit for the organization as well as the interested parties. The ISO 22000 has been aligned with the ISO 9001 so that there is compatibility of the two standards. The ISO is developing additional standards that are related to ISO 22000. These standards will be known as the ISO 22000 family of standards. At the present time, the following standards make up ISO 22000 family of standards. The ISO 22000 is about the food safety management systems which are requirement for any organization in the food chain. The ISO 22001 is the one which gives the guidelines on applications of ISO 9001 and 2000 for food and drink industries. This replaces the ISO 15161 2001. The ISO TS 22002 deals with the prerequisite programs on food safety in food manufacturing. The ISO TS 22003 set standards for food safety management for bodies providing audit and certification of food safety management system. The ISO TS 22004 is for food management system guidance on application of ISO 22000-2005. The ISO 22005 gives guidelines to be followed on traceability in the feed and food chain, general principles and basic requirements for system design and implementation. ISO 22006 regarding the quality management system and guidance on the application of ISO 9002-2000 for crop production. The ISO 22000 is also used in the Food Safety Systems Certification or the FSSC scheme. The FS 22000 is a global food safety initiative approved scheme. Coming to the regulation in the different systems, you will see in this picture the different type of labels that are provided by various countries. In the United States, the Food and Drug Administration is primarily responsible for the food safety. The US has got what is known as the FDA Food Safety Modernization Act or the FSMA, which aims to ensure the US food supply is safe by shifting the focus from responding to contamination to preventing it. Other activities are the controlled prevention and monitoring of foodborne illnesses and contaminants. The US FDA regulates dietary supplement and food and also food defenses, that is, it has a role in helping to reduce the risk of malicious and criminal or terroristic activities on the food supply. The US food system is regulated by numerous federal, state, local officials. The federal level regulation is dealt again by the FDA, which publishes a food code model, which is a set of guidelines and procedures that assist the food control jurisdiction by providing scientifically sound, technical and legal basis for regulating retail and food service industries, including restaurants, grocery stores, institutional food service providers such as nursing home. The regulatory agencies at all levels of the government in USA definitely use the FDA food code to develop or update the food safety rule in their jurisdiction that are consistent with the national food regulatory policy. In United States of America, the responsibilities of food safety system are principally shared by two primary agencies, namely the US Department of Agriculture, the USDA, and the Food Safety and Inspection Services, FSIS. These two are the most important and responsible for safety of meat, poultry, and processed egg products. The Food and Drug Administration is responsible for virtually all other foods. The FSIS inspectors inspect the meat, poultry, processed food establishments, egg establishment, etc. The FSIS is vested with administering and enforcing the Federal Meat Inspection Act, Poultry Products Inspection Act, and Egg Products Inspection Act, portions of agriculture marketing, and the humane slaughtering of the animal and following of that act, the regulation and implementation of all these laws. The FSIS inspection program personnel inspect every animal before slaughter and each carcass after the slaughter to ensure public health requirements are met. The state and the local regulation also play an important role in United States. A number of US states have their own meat inspection program which substitutes the USDA inspection for meats that are sold only in state. For example, the state health departments have a role in investigating the outbreaks of foodborne diseases, as in the case of 2006 outbreak of E. coli 0157H7, a pathogenic strain of the ordinarily harmless bacteria from processed spinach. The health departments also promote better processing practice to eliminate these threats. Several states that are major producers of fresh fruits and vegetables, including California, Arizona, and Florida, have their own state programs to test procedures for pesticide residues. In some places, a letter grade or numerical score must be prominently posted following each inspection. In some localities, inspection deficiencies and remedial actions are posted on internet. The Health Canada maintains the safety, monitors the health, food safety of the population in Canada as well as Canada's food supply and it is a shared responsibility among the government, industry and consumer. The Health Canada is responsible to establish the policies, set the standards, provide advice, information on the safety, the nutritional value of the food, promote the nutritional health and well-being of the Canadians by collaboratively defining, promoting and implementing evidence-based nutrition policies and standards, administer the provisions of the Food and Drug Act that relate to public health, safety and nutrition, evaluate the safety, the quality, the effectiveness of veterinary drugs, control the chemical and microbiological contamination in food, nutrition and healthy eating including Canada's food guide, assuring the safety of novel foods including the genetically modified foods and food additives, the nutrition labeling, food consumption and nutrient intake. Europe is a combination of all the different countries or a unified union known as the European Union. The Parliament of European Union makes legislation in the form of directives and regulations, many of which are mandatory for member states and therefore must be incorporated in the individual country's national legislation. The EU Parliament is informed on food safety matters by the European Food Safety Authority or EFSA. Individual member states may have other legislation and controls with respect to food safety. The EFSA was set up in January 2002 as an independent source of scientific advice and communication on risk associated with food chain. EFSA was created as a part of comprehensive program to improve the EU food safety, ensure a high level of consumer protection and restore and maintain confidence in EU food supply. The EFSA is keystone for European Union risk assessment regarding food and feed safety. In close collaboration with national authorities and in open consultation with the stakeholders, it provides independent scientific advice and clear communication on existing and emerging risks. It is an independent European agency funded by the EU budget and operates separately from the European Commission, the European Parliament and the EU member states. The European food safety system risk assessment is done independently from risk management. As a risk assessor, EFSA produces scientific opinions and advice is given to different member countries, but it lays down the foundation for the policies and legislations. EFSA covers food and feed safety, nutrition, animal and health welfare, plant protection and plant health. In carrying out its work, it also considers the impact of the food chain on biodiversity of plant and animal habitats. The authority performs environmental risk assessment of genetically modified crops, pesticide, feed additives and plant pests. In all these fields, it is most critical commitment is to provide objective and independent science-based advice, clear communication based on data and scientific information as well as knowledge. It is an independent scientific advisor and it underpins the European food safety. Due to this system, the European consumers are among the best protected, best informed in the world as regards risks in the food chain. In United Kingdom, foodstuffs have one of the two labels to indicate the nature of the deterioration of the product and any subsequent health issues. Environment Health Online or EHO food hygiene certification is required to prepare and distribute food. While there is no specified expiry date for such certification, it is suggested to renew every 5 years these certificates. In France, Agence Nationale de Sécurité Sanitaire de l'Alimentation, de l'Environnement et du Travail, which is also known as ANES, is a French governmental agency dealing with the food safety. ANES is active in the fields of environment and occupational health, food safety, animal health and well-being. plant safety also. Its main priority is to help protect the health and safety of the population both in their working and consumer activities. Concerning human health, ANIS evaluates the nutritional and the functional properties of food as well as all the risks that individuals may be exposed to in the workplace, in the environment in general, and through the food chain. In Germany, the Federal Ministry of Food, Agriculture and Consumer Protection, also known as BMELV, are a federal ministry of Federal Republic of Germany. This authority aims to provide a balanced, healthy diet with safe food, distinct consumer rights and consumer information. A strong and sustainable agriculture as well as perspective for rural areas are very important goals of the Federal Ministry of Food, Agriculture and Consumer Protection. It exercises several duties with which it contributes to safer food and therefore intensifies health-based consumer protection in Germany. Food can be manufactured and sold within Germany without a special permission as long as it does not cause damage on consumers' health and meets the general standards set by legislation. However, manufacturers, carriers, importers and retailers are responsible for the food they pass into circulation. They are obliged to ensure and document the safety and quality of their food with the use of in-house control mechanism. Food Safety Authority, Australia and New Zealand, also known as FASANS. Australia and New Zealand have a joint standards body for food safety. It's an independent statutory agency established by the Food Standards Australia-New Zealand Act of 1991. It's a part of the Australian government health portfolio. It develops standards which regulates the use of ingredients, processing aids, colorings, additives, vitamins, minerals. Their standards also include composition of some foods like dairy, meat, beverages, as well as standards developed by new technologies such as GMO foods. It is responsible for labeling requirements for packaging unpackaged food. Example, specific mandatory warning or advisory labels. It also ensures that labeling is in proper manner. It also manages the food recall systems, and when the product is declared to have safety issue like harmful bacteria or the presence of allergen, they have to be removed from the retail shelves. In China, the government oversees agricultural production as well as manufacture of food packaging, containers, chemical additives, drug production and business regulation. In recent years, the Chinese government has consolidated the food regulation by creating the State Food Administration. In Japan, the work is carried out under the Food Safety Basic Law enacted in 2003 May and related laws including the Food Sanitation Law, the Abattoir Law, the Poultry Slaughtering, Business Control and Poultry Inspection Law. These include the regulation of manufacture, import and sale of food, food additives, food apparatus and containers and packages. They also include the provision of related information to consumers and businesses. The administration of food safety is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Food Safety under the Pharmaceutical and Food Safety Bureau. Office of Health Policy on newly developed foods looks after the labeling of specified foods, nutrition labeling standards and foods with health claims, dietary supplements, safety assessment of genetically modified foods. Food Inspection and Safety Division carries out the inspection, health risk management, food poisoning, safety of poultry and livestock meat, dissemination and promotion of HACCP approach. Office of Import and Export looks after the oversees the assurance of the import food safety. In Malaysia, the Food Act of 1983, Food Regulation 1985 are the important backbone of the food safety program. The objective of the Act of 1983 and the Food Regulations of 85 is to ensure that the public is protected from health hazard and fraud in the preparation, sale, use of foods and other matters that are concerned or connected with. It is enforced by the Ministry of Health and local authorities. The legislation is applicable to all food sold in the country, either locally produced or imported, and covers broad spectrum from compositional standards to food additives, nutrient supplement, contaminants, packages and containers, food labeling, procedure for taking sample, food irradiation, provision of food not specified in the regulation, and penalty. The food safety legislations enforced in Malaysia are applicable to domestic as well as the imported foods. Coming to our own country, let us see the food regulation in India. The Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, established under the Food Safety Standards Act of 2006, is the apex regulating body related to food safety and laying down standards of food in India. The objective of the new Food Safety and Standard Act is to lay down science-based standards for articles of food to regulate their manufacture, storage, distribution, sale, import to ensure availability of safety and wholesome food for human consumption. The major benefits of this act would be harmonization of all the acts related to food industry, establishment of science-based standards, removal of anomalies, clarity and uniformity with regard to novel foods including nutraceuticals, functional foods, establishment of food recall systems that will ensure food safety and ultimately food security. The main objectives are to protect public health by reducing risk of foodborne illnesses, to protect consumers from unsanitary, unwholesome, mislabeled or adulterated food. Its aim is to strengthen the risk assessment, risk management and risk communication. Ultimately, these measures should contribute to economic development by maintaining consumer confidence in the food system and provide food regulatory foundation for domestic and international trade in food. The regulatory body has constituted scientific panels and working groups to help the authority in taking science-based decisions. From the foregoing account, you have learnt about the Codex Alimentarius Commission, which is the premier guideline setting body internationally, and it is formed by the efforts of FAO and the WHO, and Codex Alimentarius takes the help of all the member countries. As many as 99% of the countries are members, and you have learned that now in the early part of this module, and they form their decisions based on scientific data, scientific evidences, as well as the various working groups that take up different issues. So finally, it is the risk assessment, the risk analysis, which plays a predominant role in setting up the standards. The ISO is another standard setting body, and under the various acts and the rules and regulation, it has guidelines for different aspects related to the food safety. You have also heard about the Health Canada and about the food safety regulation in Australia and New Zealand, and the stringent manner in which the European Union takes the food safety very seriously, and it's one of the best food safety authority, that is the EFSA, and the European members countries' health is absolutely assured because of their stringent laws. Lastly, you have also learnt about the Food Safety Standard Authority of India, and they are the ones who are implementing the FSSAI Act of 2006, which has been passed by the Act of Parliament in the year 2006. This has replaced the multiplicity of the laws which were existing before this act was enacted in 2006. So these were under different ministries, each being controlled in a different administrative fashion, leading to a lot of problem, but the unification under one act and one authority has enabled the government to put stringent food safety measures in our country also.